We're live.
Hey.
Live? Is this still... Oh, there we go. Okay. I was looking at myself in like 3D. It's amazing. It's technology.
In 3D.
Welcome to our gathering of would-be heroes. This is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign game full of swords, sorcery, magic, giants, dragons, and all kinds of monsters. As a warning, this is a game that can also explore mature themes, and while we'll be specifically avoiding some topics, the game may still include body horror, gore, violence, loss of character agency, gaslighting, mind control, and many other topics. Our players have discussed consent and boundaries, and we collectively avoid situations that may be triggering. The players will always let me know if anything gets uncomfortable by using yellow and red cards in our private chat. If you as a viewer ever feel uncomfortable or triggered, please pause and step away. Our streams are available on YouTube after the game, and you can always come back to an episode if you feel ready. So, let's introduce our cast. Starting with, I'm gonna open up the wing, start on the bottom.
Yep.
Is Belle here? No. Yeah.
No.
Belle's not here.
Belle,
start with Sarah.
the Belle that he's referring to is Belle Cher.
Yeah.
She is an amazing cosplayer. You should look for her stuff on Twitter and Facebook and all of the amazing things. And we very, very much miss her tonight. And I know that she's like in chat, just like feel better, take it easy. So that's the Belle that he's referring to. I am Sarah, she, her. I play Isamina Lascelle, the Order Cleric of Chaos. And I just wanted to show you guys that my daughter, for Christmas, we do Christmas like as soon as presents get here, don't judge me, ordered me something for my cosplay. It's like a little pen and it's from the 50s. And I'm so excited about it. So thank you, sweetie.
Little amber confession pen.
Isn't it adorable?
Did you do you?
I'm me.
You did you. Okay. And Zev.
Hey everyone, I'm Zev. I play Marcos Laseo. Both of us are he, him. Tiefling Paladin of Vengeance. I have no cosplay stuff.
Yet.
Oh dear
When
God.
they start making art of all of our characters, that'll be great.
Oh,
And then
dear
you'll have
God.
to wear something.
Oh no.
And we'll like pre-record it so that you'll be like doing some fancy stuff like the first season of Critical Role.
Mhm.
It'd be awesome. It will be great. Trust me. Jazz.
I'm Jazz, she, her. I play Zanelle, human monk, also she, her.
Cool. Steve.
Jerk. Yeah. Caught me off guard on that one. I had Jackie's name all in there already, ready to hit enter. That's all I had to do. So I'm Steve. I'm regularly the storyteller around these parts, but today I'll be playing Malik Greybeard, who's this guy right here, who's a dragonborn barbarian with a gray beard, who has some super awesome special 6th level powers now, because he's awesome. And he's going to hit things with his cantrip maul, probably a lot.
Can't shop with a cantrip.
The hell I can't.
The energy.
Jacqueline.
Hi, Jacqueline, she, her. I play Dr. Rosenthal, he, him, our human wizard warlock, with some new fancy tricks up his sleeve. So that'll be exciting.
That's what everybody keeps saying. I have new fancy tricks. I have new fancy tricks.
Yeah.
Nobody's showing them off or nothing.
I have new tricks. They're not that fancy.
I mean,
yet.
I just
pretty freaking fancy.
average.
I just a little bit have to be raging and in combat for my special tricks to come into play. So yeah.
I don't anymore.
Ooh.
I can just do them. So we're going to see. We're going to see. They're very circumstantial, I guess. They don't.
You
I
tell
could
me the
force
circumstance.
I could force it to work.
You tell me the circumstance and I'll make it happen for you.
Animals and books.
Okay, we're going to the wild to find
All
a
right.
library.
Like, do the animals have to come out of the books? Is this like an illusion like
No, but that
spell?
would be really cool because
Yeah.
I could use both
Oh, yeah.
new things at the same time.
Oh.
And we need some lizard facts probably because Mike's preparing.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good.
No, you're good. Okay.
Chapter 32. Apparently, we had our 32nd game.
33.
Now we're on 33.
Yeah.
But
We're
Oh,
about
last
to
week,
read it.
having been investigating
Recap,
the
got it.
murder of a noblewoman in Dr. Rosenthal's hometown, our heroes found themselves hot on the trail of a potential killer. With Rosenthal, Delphia, and Malik having discovered him in the Rattlebone Inn, he leapt out the window, and the group gave chase down alleys, past an ambush, and into a crowded marketplace. Meanwhile, our Radu estate team were heading towards the market from the opposite direction in an attempt to evade pursuit by the guardsmen of House Radu. Chaos ensued, as seems to happen on the regular with this group. With the runner gaining a lead, it seemed that he might get away if it were not for Delphia manifesting her winged Asamar heritage and overtaking the runner by soaring over one and then hood sliding over another building. Izumina, Marcos, and Zanel met up with the rest of the party, and altogether they managed to capture and bind their quarry and even managed to thwart an assassination attempt on him by someone from the Veiled Society. The group safely brought the killer to the magistrate and to justice, and with the killer safely behind bars and awaiting punishment, this left our heroes with the singular question of what now? That's where we left off. So, what now? What are you all doing?
Are we all supposed to say it together and say like shopping episode?
That's not really what we're doing. We were just joking about that, right?
No,
absolutely.
Yeah,
It's
we're
shopping
totally.
episode.
Yeah,
I
we're
really
totally
need to
going
go
That's what I do.
shopping.
shopping.
Yep.
I have to go shopping.
3
I'm
hours.
here
Oh.
for everything.
But I need sleep.
Great.
Yeah, we should.
How about
Yeah.
we sleep, and then in the morning we go shopping.
We will assume, for the sake of narrative, you all retired back to the inn, the Golden Chain. You all have a full rest, a long rest,
Ooh, long rest.
I laid
long
out
rest.
unless you decided to like sleep in the jail because you completely didn't trust anybody to like not stab this guy.
No,
Looking at you, Marcos.
I would have left.
If everyone else is going to choose to trust them, then who am I to go against the trusting nature of the rest of the party?
Have you met you?
Doesn't seem right at all.
Yeah, that doesn't. That.
You shush.
Wait. Okay, I get it. This is a changeling of Marcos that has
Hands down.
replaced Marcos. We have to check Marcos if he has a belly button. Basically, he might be a pod person.
And for just for music,
Oh, right, music.
a music guy. Bustling port town.
Bustling port town.
Yep.
That sounds bustling.
I would have liked to got my own room in the inn now that we have connections, and then set some food and water out and do like a little prayer to my ancestors and sat and meditate before bed,
All right. All right.
and then head it off.
I'm
And
assuming
start
you do things like burning incense and sort of
Yeah.
setting up the okay. And throughout the evening, your meditation takes you to a point of that sort of movement of transcendence where you're almost like it's almost a lucid dream. You're taking in everything else. You almost feel yourself standing, and you feel grass under your feet. You look around. You're in a field, apple orchard just along the way down there, and a couple of trees. It's a nice sunny day, which is sort of odd considering it was evening. And the wind sort of blows gently enough that it sort of gives you that every now and then when it blows past your ears, but not a huge gust, sort of just the occasional pass of wind. Anyway, sorry. And your grandfather steps close behind you and puts his hand on your shoulder.
I turn to look up to him.
He smiles. He's got that enigmatic. You see all the years of his training and possibly other things in his very etched, very wrinkled face. And he says, again. And he stands into a kata stance, and he waits.
I smile like it's like the first time, and then I'll go into the same stance and follow lead.
And you both sort of follow through a lot of basic sort of movement steps, a lot of Aikido-esque sort of things, a lot of movement, a lot of flow, to basically become, and you feel a build, almost like an energy from the earth itself, from the grass sort of thing. You're touching the grass, and you could have swore you had boots on before, but they're not. And you feel sort of that warm, slight damp of stepping on fresh green grass, even though the grass itself is, varied because it's midsummer and half of it's, browned out because of long shades of heat. But it's, you feel connected, like sort of rooted and connected to the earth. And and you mirror him as he does these katas, the strikes, gentle step, lift, motion, a kick, a side bend, a twist, almost a throwing movement sort of thing. And as you go through the motion of the throw, you look up. His sister, your great aunt, who has passed since, is behind you to the left, or to your right, rather. And you look up again. Her mother, whom you'd only heard stories of, but very severe. You can see the family resemblance in her. They're all almost mimicking, almost in almost like a mirror image spell, in a sense where everyone is doing the same. They're slightly out of step, so you get the sense that they're all there, but they're still enacting the same katas. And as you all finish 98% at the same time, sort of thing, you hear sort of almost a collective breath, that final exhalation of tension, the force, the spirit.
As going through the motion, like Zanelle looks and like kind of like emotionally overwhelmed with beauty watching it. And as she's going, she's like under her breath, just like, I am my ancestors. My ancestors are I am I. I am my ancestors. The ancestors are in.
And you hear it whispering in different voices of your mother's voice is there, your grandfather's voice. I am my ancestors. My ancestors are me. And it's almost a whisper. And then everything just sort of comes to a stop as the kata ends. Everything stops. You square yourself. You take a breath. That sort of last cleansing. You inhale, but this inhalation is like nothing you've ever felt before. It's the headiest, almost to the point of burning, but sweet burning, sort of just that amazing. It's kind of like the bite of the most delicious food you've ever eaten, but it comes into your nostrils, into your lungs, into your head itself, sort of thing, and you feel almost blown off your feet by just the rush of everything. The wind whips your hair, it blows across your ears to the point where you almost can't hear anything, and just as soon as it had started, it stops. The burning is not there. You have that sort of sleep, almost like a lingering presence of it, but not nothing feels like it was like damaging. It wasn't burning or anything, but at the same time, you look around and there's no one else there. In fact, you're not even in a field anymore. You're kneeling again. in your own room with the vapors of the incense sort of lazily drifting around you with the slight amount of breeze that's coming in through the window.
I bend down to kiss like the floor as like a symbolic thing of like kissing the universe, thanking the universe, and then bow to them and thank you all, and head to bed.
Bow down, and you have this curious sensation. You draw yourself in, you center yourself, you get a sense of where your body is in space, and your shoes are missing. At least you're not wearing them. And your feet are dirty. It's almost like you've been stepping on grass.
Looking around, do I see my shoes though?
Yeah, they're over in the corner. Where you put them, or at least you thought you did.
It's a slight smirk across her face.
Cool.
It's always a good time.
All right. That's one. Dr. Rosenthal.
What's that?
Actually, yeah. What else are we all doing, actually?
Is this morning?
I assume you tell your uncle that he's potentially an innocent man.
If we can find him, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, he's still at the inn.
I thought he disappeared into somewhere. Or am I
Oh no, he was
misremembering?
down in the safe room,
Oh, the safe room. That's
the basement of the inn.
That's right. Yeah. We would tell him what's up.
So I'm innocent.
Yes. Whether you're off the hook, it's unclear.
Well, no, I'm sure I'm off the hook. It's just the fact that others won't see it that way. There's always going to be family business squabbles. This just seems to have brought it out into the open a lot more than it used to be.
Is it odd that it would be the Redu family?
No, I mean, they're a bunch of douchebags, really. I mean,
It kind of sounded like it.
But now that they've been exposed, things are going to look up for us. So I'm sure we can occupy whatever space is left available because of a lack of trade opportunity.
I mean, as long as they can find them.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. It's a matter of time. The magistrate is very thorough.
Yeah, then probably.
I mean, if you and your compatriots want to help, route out, turn over logs, and watch all the cockroaches fleeing around, then I'm sure the magistrate would appreciate the help. But I've got you like finding stuff, yeah?
I mean, it's always been easy for me.
I mean, you're a natural. Olo, you're good at ferreting out mysteries, and you're a book guy. That's what I really love about you. You do good books.
I do like a good book. Actually, I've been reading this wonderful book about reptiles, and it's also got some stuff about like frogs and
Tell me,
snakes.
yes, absolutely.
Oh, no. It is incredible. And Rosenthal will go for as long as his uncle will let him. And he'll just repeat everything that he's learned from this book.
Roll me an insight check, but because he's so enthusiastic, you're going to do it at disadvantage.
Okay. Insight at disadvantage.
You're just so excited to be talking about these reptiles. You're not necessarily paying attention. I just want to see if you can actually even pick it up.
It's a 10.
Yeah. Okay. He is to Rosenthal. His uncle is absolutely enthralled and listening to everything he's saying. Just absorbing it like a
good uncle
like the
does.
prize pupil listening to his favorite teacher.
Yes.
Olo, you
Yeah.
You want to look at my spell books?
And like glittery eyes, like excitement, like yeah, I would like that very much actually. I have my own spell book. It's kind of fancy. Do you want to see it?
Sure, absolutely.
He pulls out a spell book and like instantly a quill appears like above the spell book and it's like moving without Rosenthal like
That
touching it and
is
stuff.
fancy. How did you do that?
I used the book. I like books and I feel this
Do you show
connection.
him the spell book? The fancy
Just-
one?
Just
Oh, no, you're not
just
that level yet. Never mind. Sorry.
yeah, I'm not that level yet.
Ignore me.
It's just my wizard spell book with my wizard spells.
So he takes you a little bit of I had these actually come over with me. They're only they're small ones. They're my usually my traveling ones. I don't keep my big ones out for display, but these are the ones I usually read from, sort of thing. So he pulls out a couple of smaller, thinner books, but they're earmarked. They've got bookmarks sticking out on them at random points. Mostly, it's sort of like you get the sense that he's a mostly organized man in a sense where he's sort of coded where the books where the spells are, with extra pages behind for extra notation. But but there's a little edge of a bit of chaotic randomness to him, sort of thing. Like they're not completely. You kind of put them in at the basis of how he found them, as opposed to really organizing them. But that's okay. So you read through, and you're picking through. The notations are quite similar, in terms of the way that the spell descriptions are and how the formula. There's some slight differences, obviously, but generally they're pretty impressive spellbooks. There's 4. There's small ones, and I'm going to have you roll.
Can do that.
D10.
Okay.
And a D20.
At the same time. Okay. Do you want me to tell you what the face value for each is?
Face value of the 10?
There's a 3.
A 3. And the 20.
A 12.
A 12.
What spell did you pick up that allows you to throw rocks with a D30? Because this is epic.
That would be pretty cool.
Let's see.
Just wait until you see the D100 dice that the doctor is going to unlock.
He points out, are there any spells you're looking for, buddy?
Well, you see, it's a bit of a loaded question. I like all of them.
Oh.
I think they all, except for Fireball, that one in particular, we're against. But that's just for like personal reasons. The rest, very happy with anything. I just enjoy doing magic.
I mean, this one, and he pulls out this other, it's got a bit of a gold and blue binding to the outside of it. This one's more of my illusion enchantment. One spell you got a lot of use of back in the day. Disguise Self. You have that one?
Pause. Let me check. he'll like flip through his book, and he'll say, no, I don't
Yeah.
think I have that one yet.
I mean, you got pen and paper, or a magic quill, apparently.
Yeah, and the
Flip, flip,
moment
flip, flip, flip. Turns the book around. There you go.
yeah, the moment he gets that like yes, obviously Rosenthal's uncle would realize it would take like, upwards to an hour to do this. And Rosenthal just does it in a minute, and
Nice.
it's done with the quill. And it's insanely efficient.
Where did you get that wonderful toy?
Like I said, I just have this connection with my spell book. It's actually my arcane focus. I use it it has a conscience, and it helps me with my spells. It's pretty great.
You feed it? Is it alive?
I feed it spells, knowledge.
Does it eat the spell? Does it consume them like a scroll?
It basically becomes one with itself, and then I can cast
Is it
spells through
self-aware?
it. I don't think so. No.
That would be scary. Intelligent spell book. Oh, do you have a familiar yet?
A familiar.
Yeah.
Um,
He snaps his finger, and this ferret just sort of apparates onto his shoulder. Starts sniffing around. Pulls out a little stick of spicy red hot, and feeds it to the ferret.
oh, that's really neat. I can do this. And he'll pull out his bag of nuts, and he'll, eat a nut, and then a nut to the shoulder, and then a nut, and then a nut to the shoulder. And every time the nut to the shoulder, it just disappears.
Is your familiar invisible?
She's not really my familiar.
She?
Yeah.
You're gonna make me RP with myself, damn you. All right. And at
Well,
that,
listen, Rowena is her own thing. She can decide if she wants to
appears.
appear.
And she's sort of eating a chunk of the nut. Smiles.
That beautiful toothy grin.
The little pointed, jagged
Just
teeth.
melts
Sharp
my
teeth.
heart.
Oh.
Yeah, and Rosenthal will just keep doing that with the nuts.
There's a story behind that. You'll have to tell me someday, my boy.
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
But I'm not. I'm gonna level with you, buddy. I'm glad you came down. I'm glad you're visiting. And you've done me an amazing amount of service, and the family a tremendous amount of effort. You'll be remembered. I will have you written in books and have statues made of you because of the fact that you literally overturned our financial potential now. And your friends will all be given accolades.
We have this nice stash, and he'll show the stash.
Stash?
Sash.
Oh, the sashes. Yeah.
You said statue, and my brain said statue sash.
I heard stash, and I'm like, you gonna show him the pile of money?
No.
He already knows about it. You like discovering new things, yeah?
Yeah, I think.
Do you ever lust for power? Do you ever want something super powerful?
I mean, I'm not really the power grabbing type. I'm more of the knowledge grabbing
That's respectable.
type. I always felt like that was a little more your thing.
I mean,
than mine, but
when you run a family, you gotta kind of make sure the eggs break when they break.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. Listen. Point is. I got word of a. Well, it's a gem, honestly, and I think having it, the legends that I hear about it are true, would be really good for our family. Want to go on a hunting mission and see if you can dig this thing up for me? I mean, I even know where it is. I just don't know exactly where it is.
uh, I mean,
Oh,
I have,
hey, and what about the more powerful spells? Uh, and you don't like fireball, but what about flaming sphere?
I'm just not really into the fire thing.
I mean, isn't there ways you can, change the element and stuff?
Yeah, I can, but there's some caveats to that.
No, that's absolutely. You know what? That's fair. Um, hmm. What about acid arrow?
That would be like combining my chromatic orb with like Delphia's arrows. That
Yes.
sounds really cool.
Yeah, and he basically
would
takes a
like
book,
that.
flips it around, flip the pages. Here you go.
And the same thing. What should take an hour just like takes a minute.
I'll never get tired of watching that. But I mean, you guys have earned your rest. You've done our family a tremendous amount of service. So you kick your feet up, enjoy the city again. For the first time, I guess, in a long time, right? And then
Yeah.
let me know. If you guys are feeling, a little bit restless, I can think of some place where you could go to get a little bit of, I don't know, exercise.
Well, yeah, and I'll think about your gem idea. If maybe
I mean, it's
something we
I
could
always
do.
like, I like trifles and glittery stuff. So I mean, it'd be a
Yeah.
nice thing to add to the collection.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll think about it. Yeah.
Attaboy. Now off you go. I've got stuff to
Okay. He'll just
do. And
like
you,
he lingers a little with his eyes on the spell books. But like it's his uncle and he's like, okay, I think I got what I need. And he'll leave.
I mean, wouldn't be the first time he caught you snooping around in his books. This time, actually, you can actually do stuff with them, though.
That's true. It's very true.
So, and you retire for the evening. Rowena falls asleep on the top of your head or across your neck like a cat.
Mm-hmm.
And her, the glitter of her wings eventually tickling your nose every now and then. Now,
I'm gonna guess Rosenthal goes back up to the room.
Yeah, probably the room that the two of us are sharing.
Yeah, Malik has poured out all the gold, and he's like sleeping on it. He's already asleep. It's fine.
Oh, yes, Malik. Speaking of, it's sort of an interesting thing. You sort of did this almost like an instinct, where you're piling up a bunch of gold and sort of just sleeping on it. It feels comfortable, strange, but at the same time, why exactly am I doing? Oh, I mean, okay, fine, whatever. The bed's not really that comfortable anyway. Whatever.
Yeah.
Probably got in it or something.
Too soft. It's way too
soft. You
soft.
justify it in your own bed.
Yeah.
And you fall asleep. And for the most part, your dreams, or you don't dream much. You're exhausted from everything and the running about and the stress of the following the mighty one everywhere and yon. But then
It's true.
you sort of you're the blackness of your nightscape, your dream, or your lack of dream. You hear a scream. The scream is sort of almost like it fades up into a louder, as it's like that the Doppler effect. As you're coming towards it, it gets louder. And there's another scream over here, a man's yell, a deeper baritone shout of rage, then the clanging of metal on metal.
All right. This is my scene.
And then the ground shudders. You hear a blast that you're like instinctively, you know, hey, that's fire breath. You hear the loudest grumbling, snarling roar you've ever heard. And it sort of it was so loud and so reverberating. It echoes through your chest like the bass of a really loud rock concert sort of thing, just like boom. And you look around, and there are dwarves all around you,
My people.
and dragonborn
My other people.
around you. But the dwarves are fighting the dragonborn.
Well, that's new.
And all these things are happening all at once, and then you become aware of where you are, because you're moving, you're shifting and weaving and dodging, and every now and then a great you see a large thick forearm of armor come with a grip of a gauntlet, and a hand with a weapon in it come flying across, and it blocks another blade, and then you twist around, and everything, all your vision is moving all over the place. And then the noise is slightly lessened as you're basically sort of pushed forward, turned around, and placed down. And you're looking up, and you're seeing another dragonborn. You're not sure. More slender in appearance, more lithe than bulky the way you are. So perhaps female, but a jagged scar across one side of their face, with a blind eye, and a heavy gash across one shoulder. That
Like
seems to have been maybe not protected, because now you see the weapon in their hand, placed down.
Is that is it a fresh wound on the shoulder?
Yeah, it's definitely.
All right.
We never wanted this, but we're trying to make it right. And I hope someday you see that. And they take a large chunk of cement or boulder or something, and basically, for a brief moment, you're like, are they gonna smash me in the face with that thing? And kind of places it over. But this piece of stonework is sizable, to the point where a single individual can heft it, but it covers you up completely. So everything goes to black again. More screams.
Completely.
It just sort of blocks your vision entirely.
Okay.
Something that you wouldn't think, something maybe this big around.
So it just kind of zooms in on
3 feet.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet, a large chunk, but not huge. You wouldn't think that would cover up everything, but it obscures your vision entirely. More screams, more yells, clanging, roaring. You feel a wash of heat even underneath whatever this thing is, and then silence again. Darkness claims it.
Well,
your dream
that's
stops. Eventually, you wake up.
Yeah, my therapist is gonna have to talk about this with me.
Delphia's not here, so I don't have that note. But that's okay. We'll deal with that one later. Marcos, you retire for the evening. You're not satisfied, honestly. You'd rather just run the guy through. Let's be honest. He's done enough. He's killed. He's earned what's coming to him.
And he told
And
us what we wanted to know.
If they don't do it, you kind of tell yourself in your brain, yeah, then I'll find a way to get around to doing it. It's the way. This is the way. And you go to sleep, or you retire for the evening. Your sleep is restless. It's like it gnaws on you a little bit that it's not done. The concept of not following through with that eye for an eye justice, the vengeance side, doesn't sit well with you when they're just sitting there lounging in a jail cell, right? Doesn't quite mesh with the way your philosophy has gone, the way you were trained. And so your dreams roll from one to another, scenarios where it's almost like you illustrate in your own brain the fantasy of, this is what I would do if this happened. And you've got a farmer whose crops were burned by bandits, and then you sort of flash towards the bandits and your single-handed slaughter of all of them. You go to flash to a woman who's crying because her child is dead in her arms because they were hit by a carriage. And you flash again to you dispatching the carriage driver and the occupants of the carriage. That part sort of sits oddly with you. You're like, why did I kill them? That doesn't, well, they must have done something wrong. And then you flash to a little boy crying because his favorite livestock, he had a cow. It was his favorite cow. He raised it from a wee calf, and his cow was taken from him by his own father, taken to auction to be butchered for meat. And then you flash and you see yourself with the blood on your hands and the father dead at your feet, skewered with your own spear. And you have this sense of justice has been served. Vengeance is mine. Which confuses you a little. Because the father did nothing wrong. Other than, upset his child. Did I take the right path? And then you feel a hand on your shoulder.
I turn immediately to see who it is. I jump a little.
You see, briefly, you see a woman, tall, regal, statuesque. Her skin dark, her armor red, and and blackened with fire. Her wings, she has wings, almost flame-like in appearance. and a halo of fire above her head. As she smiles at you, I am proud of you, my son. And as as she talks, her visage fades a little bit, or it sort of morphs into obscurity to the woman you remember as your mother. More of an alabaster, a pale skin, same facial features, no wings. She wears a bit of a hair thing, a bandana above her hair. The path you have chosen has pleased me.
But and I turn and I look and I still see the farmer, like the dream farmer.
Oh yeah. Like the entire farmhouse has been completely destroyed. Like carnage everywhere.
But this isn't the path I was taught to walk.
This is vengeance.
But this isn't what they taught me. How did I go this far? Why did I go this far? Farmers sell their animals for meat all the time.
Did he not hurt his child?
Is injury to one's feelings reason enough to massacre their parents?
Isn't it?
That's not what I was taught. I was taught to be proportional.
But proportion, my son, just leads to escalation. When you don't finish the job, when you don't end the conflict the most severe way you can, look at you. Though you have come far, and I am proud of you, you have left so many loose ends in your thread. Your skein is a raveled mess. There's a druid you left behind in Orlane. The serpent goddess still lives.
We killed her. We killed her.
Can you kill a concept? Can you kill a being who thrives on belief? To do that, you'd have to kill the belief.
Which means I have to kill the believers. But
that's why I always loved you, my boy. And she taps you on the forehead like you remember as a child. You were always the quick one.
the others won't understand.
They have their foolhardy notion of justice. Justice without punishment is not a justice at all. There's nothing really stopping you from going to that jail and killing that man.
It would be the right thing to do. He deserves it. Everyone knows he deserves it, but they just want to wait. Mother, can I ask you something?
Anything.
Why did you leave?
There are many reasons why things happen as they do. I was needed. But I never left. I've always been watching.
For just a second, like years of pain flash across Marcus's face. I needed you.
I was always there. What disappoints me, though, is that the fact that you believe I wasn't. You see, belief is where the true power lies. If you believed I was there, you would have felt me.
I don't understand.
You will.
The
Rest now. And she basically just sort of brushes her hand across your face, sort of thing, just comes down like this. And as it comes down, fire leaps up from it, and it sort of just glows, and your eyes sort of have that after effect as everything goes black of having that glowing red of flame behind, as if you were closing your eyes against a fire. And sleep takes you. We've got one more. Isa.
Isa not here.
He's not here. Nope. Effing nope. All right.
Shit, if I didn't already have a level of exhaustion, I would just stay up all night.
You'll be
Nope.
fine.
Freddy Krueger's not getting me. Nope. All right. You are exhausted. You're just, but you did good today. You were recognized. You were able to act in your station. You were able to bring a man to justice for a crime that he'd committed. You were able to unearth a truth that had laid buried for so long, and as a result, you have turned the table of power away from a family that seems to have a lot of nefarious issues. That's going to be a lot to write up in your journal and in any reports that you're going to give to the matrons and your sisters. But you're looking forward to it, because this is bolstering for you. This was like, yeah, I got to basically act almost like an inquisitor in a way. And so you're content. You dream. You're walking in your dream. You're walking on a road. The sun is shining against your face, and it is warm. The birds, you hear them in the trees, and they are chirping a melody of just a fantastic summer morning. And it just feels so. This is a great feeling. And you notice a woman walking beside you. You've done well, sister. And she's dressed as an inquisitor, full armor, but her face is a mask.
Thank you. I don't know how much I would have been able to do by myself, but thank you. Sister
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah, it's nice to meet you.
And you, sister. I have heard tales of your success, and I had to see it for myself.
I mean, not like anything special. I was just able to help out in a couple of local, like it was a family dispute, like a domestic mafia situation. It was not really super big.
You're too modest. You unearthed a cult and put it to rout. You discovered the murderer of an innocent woman. You brought her killer to justice. These are all great things. You have shown the light of truth everywhere you have gone.
I hope so.
And for that, you should be proud.
And where are you coming from?
a long way away.
Oh,
But that
I
doesn't matter.
see.
I am where the truth needs me to be. I am where the truth is.
I totally like, it's amazing, right? How like the truth will just find you when
Yes.
you're least expecting it, and you just want to help people and like teach people that, if we just pull together and if we just work and believe in the best in each other, then the best will happen to all of us, and we can all have something better when we do better together. I'm really fortunate that my mother is an inquisitor and was able to raise me in this. This is my calling. I doubted it for a long time. And I don't know how I'm supposed to do it by myself, but yeah, I see
But you said
the
yourself,
power in
you
it.
won't do it by yourself. By your actions and the actions of those whom you bring into your trust, you will bring light to the world. You will bring the truth. You will unearth the truth and shone it, allow it to breathe and to flourish like a flower. And she sort of just picks one. And as the flower comes up, you notice that you're not walking on a path anymore. You're almost in a garden, and all these large, like fox, forget-me-nots. You've got foxtails. You've got belladonna. All the large flowering things. And she pulls one into her hand, and sort of just shows you the flower, sort of thing. And as it comes up, it opens and blooms.
That is beautiful, but it's by itself, right? Like that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be by ourselves mostly.
That is a choice. And some of our sisters have made that choice. And some out of necessity, unfortunately. But for the most part, I would say if you can draw upon the strength of companionship, if you can draw upon the knowledge of a fellowship, you would be more blessed because of it. Many eyes can see what one pair cannot. Many ears can hear the truth where one might only hear lies.
I mean, I certainly hope that's true. I don't, I don't, I mean, that's not really what we were taught, but maybe the mentor will see that. I don't know that. I really would like to stay with them. They're my friends.
I think you should. They struggle with their own truths more than anything else, I think. They'll rely on you for your skills as well as your insight. And you're almost duty bound in a way as a sister to provide that to those in need.
That's true.
That is how your mother taught you.
That's true. I could definitely. I mean, like you should see what they're able to do like when we're in combat, and like I can just be like a little bit encouraging, and they do the most amazing things, and they're wonderful. I'm And they've been there to help me more than I've been there to help them. So I owe them, right? I owe them a debt of honor and of gratitude. I should stay with them until that debt's paid.
I don't know about honor or owing necessarily. You don't have to owe someone if they give of themselves freely, just like you are not owed any of their efforts necessarily if they're given freely. There's no expectation of your companionship. They can't expect you to cast a specific spell each and every time. You might need to cast a different one, and that might have to be okay for them. Their companionship will encompass a greater whole and help you find a truth that you are lacking. And you will need them in the time to come. And so will your mother.
Do you know my mom? You know Laz?
I have known Laz a long time.
Oh.
What's interesting is that she wears a mask, and it's a porcelain mask, but her ears are not pointed like an elf.
Oh, I just you're from the village?
No. Ask your mother when you see her to tell you about Aliyah. And tell her I say hello.
Okay.
But for now, rest, my sister. And wake tomorrow with the light of truth.
And you. Thank you for the kind words, Dream Sister.
And she reaches out, caresses your cheek lightly. You will do good things. And she vanishes.
I will do good things. I will do good things. I will do good things. Okay.
And your dream and the rest of your night sort of fades. It has that sort of gentle, dreamish. This is a pleasant sort of dream. You remember various things about the growing up in the at the monastery and learning with the other girls about various things, about truths, about religion, about policies or politics of various lands. And then your memory sort of drifts a little as a child. You look up to a mantelpiece, the fire when you're being lectured, and you see a small porcelain mask sitting on the fireplace. Very small, just a little tiny thing, maybe the size of a palm, no small, no bigger. But it reminds you of something. And you wake up, and the sun is shining, you hear the birds outside. You wake up and you think about it, because you remember a lot of it, and you look at your tabard, and it has that same face on it. It's the face that you were sewing into it. Cool. So, new morning. Everyone is well rested. Long rested. What are y'all gonna do?
A breakfast. It's like celebratory breakfast, so it's like extra. It's like over the top.
Extra.
I'm gonna
Spare no
hope.
expense.
Extra hash browns.
I'm gonna hope to get down earlier, like to the food area earlier than Zanelle, and I'm going to order her tea for the tea that I drank of hers the other night.
She's outside running or something,
100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups.
Yeah, you're doing the ritual.
10 miles every day. Okay.
Feeling great. And she left her shoes in the room and ran barefoot this time.
Nice. Cool.
Marcos will pray before going down for breakfast. He's woke up a little.
Everyone else gets a cool dream. Marcos is disturbed.
Marcos wakes up and it's just like a good 15 minutes of kind of sitting there before he puts on his armor, where he's just like, I don't know. Am I not going far enough?
That's what we wanted you to learn from this. Go harder.
That's the lesson we're taking away from this.
100% love the lesson.
100%. Yep.
It's
Double down, buddy.
Just sitting there,
All
looks up and kind of looks at his spear, puts his hand on his spear, looks up and just, I don't know what I'm doing. And that's terrifying. Just once, couldn't you give me a clear sign? And
I mean,
with,
you didn't even know she was there for 10 years. I mean, whatever.
I mean, at this, it's been a lot more than 10 years. At this point, Marcos isn't sure if he's praying to Vathris or if he's asking this dream entity of his mother. It's just clearly someone has not been giving the heads up I very obviously need. And on that cheerful note, time to put on, at very least, the arming vest and go get breakfast.
All right. You go downstairs. Breakfast is provided there for you.
Breakfast. Good. I don't need to think about breakfast. This is simple, straight to the point. Breakfast. Yep.
Marcos mumbles through his breakfast. Nope, no breakfast. Breakfast isn't going to betray me.
Zanelle comes in the door like a little slight jog still going, keeping the heart rate.
That light sheen.
Yeah, looking great.
So
Like
towel.
flips the locks and everything.
Malik,
Hmm.
your mom is still a dwarf today?
My mom is a dwarf every day?
Okay. Oh, okay. Every day. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
Why
think
wouldn't
she
mom be
stops being
a
a
dwarf?
dwarf.
Well, I was just, maybe sometimes she's a dragon.
No. I don't think
No.
she doesn't have that ability to do that. I don't think.
But you know people who do.
Well,
Maybe
yeah.
your dad?
No.
No.
My dad is also a dwarf.
Dad is also a dwarf.
Yes.
Interesting. But he can't turn into a dragon?
No.
Okay.
Was he supposed to? Did I miss something?
No, I was just curious. And is he always a dwarf?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, but like every day, he's a dwarf.
Well, yeah.
You said well as if maybe sometimes he's not a dwarf.
No.
Do
No.
dragons sometimes turn into dwarves?
No.
Do-
Unless
Like,
they're
unless
they're magical dwarves.
do you look the way you do because you're choosing to look more like a dragon? Like, can you look like a dwarf?
Yeah, are you a dwarf that turns to a dragon?
No.
I'm not an expert, but I think Dragonborn and dragons are different things, guys.
But dwarfs and dragonborns are different things.
Yeah,
Correct.
can't help you
Yeah.
on that one.
Yeah.
But
Were you the only dragonborn like in your dwarven clan? Or
Yes.
does maybe there Yeah. Okay, there wasn't like an uncle hint that was actually a dragonborn.
No.
Okay.
Zanelle had went upstairs to go like clean her feet off and put shoes on, and
Alex'
then gonna
father
come
was
sit
the
right
mailman?
next to Belle or to Adelphia.
Yeah, yeah, to preempt that question, the mailman also was not a dragonborn.
He was a dwarf. Okay.
Wait, do you guys had
Just that
mailmen?
angle.
that
Well, yeah,
Would
every
be-
dwarf colony has mailmen and milkmen, obviously.
Mhm.
Dwarf milk?
Otherwise, no. It's like cows, I think. Or
Oh,
goats.
okay. Whew.
Probably
I
not
don't know
goats
why
or
that's
something.
where I
I
went.
don't know, yeah,
Goats.
give or take.
I hear satyrs make good cheese.
No,
Out of themselves?
no.
I don't know. I just hear satyrs are really good at making cheese.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember where I heard that from.
Old
Maybe a satyr told
There
me
it is.
once. I'm not sure.
Probably.
Yeah,
quality throwback there.
I couldn't. I had to. We brought up milk, and you know. Okay. So like you know, your parents are both dwarves, and you're
Mm-hmm.
not.
Sure.
Okay, you say sure as though sometimes you could be a dwarf. Can you sometimes be a dwarf?
I am at no point in time a dwarf.
Okay, so like every single day you're a dragonborn, and every single day they are dwarves.
Yes.
I mean, every single day we've known him.
That's true. That's true.
How did you come to live with them?
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Like
I've-
always, as long as you can remember.
Can
I've
I
always lived with them.
Can I make an insight check to see if Malik is being
Absolutely.
intentionally obtuse or just
He is not.
I think the last
Just
time I did an
barbarian.
You go
insight
right
on
ahead.
him,
Yep.
it was
Give it a roll.
like, yeah.
Come on, natural 20.
Zanelle is getting breakfast together on her own plate while they're interrogating
I
Malik.
mean, it's a 15
Yeah, that's
because I rolled a 5.
Malik is
Is Malik
telling
being
you-
intentionally,
He is literally 100% telling the truth as he knows it.
and he's kind of confused, really.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, he's very confused.
Right.
He doesn't understand
Um,
the dwarf dragonborn questions.
Doctor,
Mm.
I mean, when boys are born in my village, they just get sent to the families that like they would have come from. So maybe it's something like that. Like maybe he was just sent somewhere.
No.
But
no.
it's
Sent
but
to
like they
boarding
don't.
school with their fathers.
That's my mom. That's the dwarf.
Your mom's
Mhm.
got sent to a
No,
boarding school.
no. I grew up with my dwarven family.
Yeah.
Do you
Kabir,
have brothers?
that's
Do
where
you
you
have
got it
brothers
from.
and sisters?
I can't remember the story.
Yes.
DM. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Are they dragonborn or
Or
are they
dwarves?
No, they're dwarves. Mm-hmm.
Do they also have really nice knitted beards?
No, they have real beards. My mom made this
Oh,
one
by
for
the
me.
way, that's a little. You got a little chard there, and he'll just
Oh.
like prestidigitation
Ooh.
up your beard a little bit.
Does that work? That's my question though. Does that work against actual charring, like actual
No
damage?
mending. We need
You,
It's
mending.
not
you would need
mending.
mending to fix it.
Oh, so yeah, it's
I could-
kinda
I
cleans
could-
up
would
a
clean
little
it
bit.
up.
I can clean up the like. Yeah, I can't fix it. I can like clean it. That's
Mhm.
why like Rosenthral's like clothes, although he stays pristine, still have like holes and tether and
Malik
because
They're very clean
seems-
hobo clothes.
Malik
clean
didn't
hobo
actually
clothes.
notice the damage before, and he's kind of ever so slightly dismayed that there's damage to it. He's like, oh.
Oh, can I don't want to be right in your face. Could I?
Like literally right in your face.
I'll just because I assume that I'm sitting next to Marcos, because that's where Isa will always sit. And she just like violently yanks his armor down and shows where she's repaired his stuff. I'm quite talented, like with a needle. Can I try and fix that?
Oh yeah, sure. And he takes off the beard and he hands it to you.
Oh,
This is
okay,
a
let
lot
go.
for Rosenthal.
This beard, right?
And I'm just gonna very carefully like move my dishes, pile my food onto Marcos's plate, move my dishes out of the way, and like sit there. And I do have mending, so I will cast mending and kind of I'm also gonna take some of the green thread that I found at Olala and some of like the creamy white that I have from horchata, and like not like overly, but just like put a extra detail on like some of the braids and stuff, weave a little bit in, wrap around, and make like a fibrous bead on one of the ends of one of the braids, and pick at the food that is now communal Marcos and Isa food.
Yeah, Marcos keeps eating. It's food's on his plate now.
Yeah, that's fine. And then I'll hand it back to.
Puts it back on. Oh, thanks.
Looks nice.
Does it get
very
itchy?
well made?
Well, yeah, kind of. It's wool.
Okay.
I mean,
And what do you
itchy
do
with scales?
Well, yeah. Not.
What do you?
I get itchy sometimes. Occasionally, I
Do you need a
shed.
lotion for that? I don't think I have a lotion spell. I can find you something.
Wait. This is new information.
Okay.
You shed?
Hmm. Occasionally.
Huh.
Yeah. Apparently, he's just like a big lizard.
I put down the sausage that I was going to be eating. I'm out.
I'll take that. I'll take the sausage.
I'll grab that particular sausage.
The energy.
Oh, look, I found a sausage.
All right.
So yeah, my mom made me the beard.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll ask you some more questions another time. I'll just. Yeah.
Since we're asking questions, Marcos, if we were not around, would you have killed that man?
Yeah. Just tell me.
All right. Ismene, are you gonna drink that tea in front of you?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I got it for you. There's a little bit of extra. It's like I don't know. It's like Seder protein tofu. They added it. I don't know. Try it.
Take it, and I definitely go for it. Is it good?
Roll me a constitution. It's fine. It has a Damn it, Sarah.
Listen.
It has a nutty taste to it. I'm sorry.
Oh, D&D smart.
I just want to point out that the brothers of this table are bullying me. And I just need everybody to know that it's happening.
Brothers at this table are hot rods. Yeah.
Sir, do you want to inform how they're bullying you? Because I feel like that's important to know.
Yeah. So I've been working really hard. I do a lot of the advertising and promotional stuff for our stream here. And I've been working really hard on a Slim Jim contract. And these two Canadian bastards are trying very hard to ruin my lifetime supply of Slim Jims that I'm trying to get for myself.
So, Zanelle,
Yeah.
do you know how like our party eats brunch all the time?
Mhm.
I have an idea for like a brunch, but in the morning.
This sounds like a fascinating idea.
Right?
What time in the morning are we trying to do this?
Probably like 9 or 10.
Did you say fascinating idea? Sorry.
Yes, I think we should do it.
We can discuss this more. I think we have to like buy stuff with the giant pile of gold upstairs.
Well, let's do that now.
Right?
What are we doing? Just eating? That's crazy.
I mean, eating is kind of important.
I think we
Still
Yeah.
working my way through the plate.
Well, I could
It's called
use
a
some
to-go
new
plate.
clothes.
We're in the city. The doctor knows where everything is. Let's go shopping.
Does the doctor know where everything is?
I mean, things have probably changed a little bit, but probably the general overall layout. I'm assuming.
It's only
the
gone
doctor
for
would
a
know.
month. I think it's about the same.
Hey, Starbucks, you move in inside of a month.
Starbucks has been in and out in a month. I mean,
Legit, though.
who knows?
There's an in and out. I am. Yes. We are moving into Horchata is about to become our base of operations.
No, it isn't.
As
No, it
soon
really
as Zanelle
isn't.
sees the in and out, it's time to leave.
Nope. I'm out.
I'm about to get us kicked out of this town. I don't know what you're talking about.
You do what you do best, Marcos. Doctor, I would really like to find a fabric store if that's possible.
Yeah, we could definitely find
And
one.
maybe a jeweler. I need some components.
Oh, yeah, that would be probably easy too.
Imagine the answer is going to be no, given the whole rule against things martial. But if there's an armorer in town, that would be
I could probably use some
useful.
of that.
Rosenthal is gonna pull that map out that he got
Huh?
with the like X's. Is that a full map of Hochok, or is
Mostly,
that just?
but it's not really labeled.
But it's got like streets.
Yep. I'll give you
But
that.
I know where the inn is, and I know where like a few places are. So I could like in general point to them like where things are.
Yes.
That's all I would do.
Cool.
Is like I think there's like a place over here and an armory over here, and I need to go to a magic shop and
It would be good if we can find someone who is capable of enchanting.
that is a good.
Yep.
Beautiful. Where do we want to start?
I mean, sounds like we're going in all kinds of different directions.
Should we just
So,
meet back here around lunchtime?
I think we should
Sure.
probably all stick together.
I agree. 100%.
Well, what if I stop by a bookstore?
Somebody
I love books.
did just almost try to assassinate somebody I was carrying the other day.
Yeah, but they weren't trying to assassinate
Oh,
us.
Just don't carry anybody then.
Agreed.
Maybe that was
And
the suspicious
that
part.
person was also bound up and much less capable than
Right.
any of us.
But I feel like
Going
everyone
in
can.
partners has always been
Yeah.
always been decent. We could do
But everyone can
partners.
benefit from each of the stores we want to go to.
I mean, I don't really need any.
Malik would like to go
components
to the
or jewelry
armor
stuff.
store.
Okay, so
I've
Malik and
never
Marcos
seen a
can
monk
go
wearing
together.
armor.
Malik.
Malik and Marcos can go to the armor store. The doc and I have to go get some magic stuff. So we can go together. And Zana, why don't you go with Delphia?
Sounds good.
What could go
Come
wrong?
back after lunch.
Indeed.
I'm sure nothing will go wrong. We'll be out for a couple hours. We'll come back.
And if anybody finds any good caramel kettle corn, can you grab some? Ugh, I've been ever since that carnival
shot.
came through.
The
Cheap
carnival.
Cheap
Ugh.
shot. Cheap shot. All right.
Yes.
All right. So as everyone basically gathers some remnants of dresses in their street clothes finery. How do you split? How much money do you all take?
I think we all have our own individual money pools as it
We
is.
do.
Yeah.
Does anyone take of the pile that was the sleeping arrangement?
I do not.
Nope. I'm taking my money.
Okay. Cool.
I have my own money.
All right, and everyone sort
Part
of
of my money
comes
is
down
the
the stairs
sleeping
and
arrangement.
and walks out the door to greet the second half of our episode, which apparently is going to be a shopping episode. So
Hey.
see y'all in 5. Everybody go hydrate, get yourselves settled in, because I have the awesomest name for a magic shop. But anyway, so we'll see you all. We'll give it in 5 or so.
They
And,
all die before they
we'll
get
be
to the
back.
magic shop.
Alrighty. And
Hey! So, last we left the group, they had individual experiences over the course of the evening. Excellent. I love it. I'm posted in our group chat of pictures of the badgers, of the badger, having been eaten by the snake. All right. Everybody's going shopping, as far as I understand. So, who wants to start? Who's going where?
Malik and I are going to the armorer.
Cool.
Correct.
Cool.
Which is that way. That's what
Or maybe
Rosenthal
that way.
said. No, that way. Mike.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a cat.
Ooh.
It is very fluffy.
Let me see.
The cat is being a pain in the butt.
Also known as being a cat.
Points.
So you get a basic direction from Rosenthal. You guys want to give me an intelligence check? Let's make it to both remember the map and kind of get a good sense of your bearing. And I mean, maybe make it survival if you want. That's fine too.
Oh, bam. 7 minus 1 is 6.
Excellent.
And I got a 6.
Even better. So the Blues Brothers are, All right, so
We're both
you
red. We're
wander
both
off
lost.
in the direction that you figured the doctor was pointing.
That way.
And after about a half hour, sort of wandering around like a tourist, you don't come across any blacksmiths necessarily.
Okay.
Is there anywhere to get kettle corn along the way, though?
Is there anyone we can
Ooh.
ask?
Also, change the sound, if you would, to market.
Is there anyone we can ask where the
Yeah,
blacksmith?
there's lots of people around.
Okay. More specifically, is there a guard anywhere around?
Give me a perception check.
Oh boy. $15.
Yes, there's absolutely a guard.
Okay.
Sort of wandering slowly through the crowd.
I'm going to go over. Excuse me.
Citizen.
I was wondering if you would be so good as to point my comrade here and I in the direction of the blacksmith, preferably the armorer.
They can armor. Oh, good. Yeah. No, you'll want to that way.
Thank you.
And he points you literally in the direction you just came from.
Okay, Malik, we're going this way.
All right. Kettle corn.
I'm sorry.
Do you know where to get kettle corn?
At the carnival, usually.
Is there
Which
a carnival
is-
here?
Outside.
Well, I mean, they're packing up, but yeah, I mean, you
All
go outside, I'm sure they're still out there.
Is that back the
Thank
way we came?
No.
Well, that's unfortunate.
We can, Malik. We can, when we've all gotten back together after lunch, we can go out to the festival.
All right. So we
Thank
make our
you.
way that way.
Off
All right.
we go.
And you give me another. Give me a survival check this time.
Survival.
Still got to find the place, but now you're all turned around.
Am I? I'm at 12.
I'm at 10.
You slowly, you walk in the right direction, and then you think you're just follow the road straight. And eventually you start hearing cling, cling, but it's off to the left. So you follow that sound, you track it to a place, and it's called Anvil Hand.
That doesn't seem
Sort
very
of wooden
efficient.
placard sign hanging outside of it.
Open the door, walk on in.
And you walk in, and it's a very large open concept. It's got like a big open area where the forge is blowing heat out. Sorry, I just lost my thing here. And what the hell? All right. You basically see a small counter. It's almost like it's incidental, and he kind of put it there because he needs to, I don't know, maybe put something behind it, maybe, but it's a very small, sort of almost like a table off to one side. And the majority of the place is literally just, there's a couple of anvils, there's the forge, he's got the bellows going. And the most remarkable thing is that he's a small, elderly, human looking, male presenting, gray haired, white, gray and white beard, and kind of looks kind of frail.
Excuse me.
Cring, cring, and he flips thing. Cring. What? Who are you? What do you want?
Hi.
My name is Marco Susela. I was hoping to purchase some armor.
Why are you here?
To purchase to purchase some armor.
Oh, you want some armor?
Yes.
Why didn't you say so? Yeah, I can make. What do you need?
Preferably some plate.
King. What?
Thaumaturgy, plate armor, please.
Oh, that'll take a while.
About how long do you expect?
Well, I mean, he says, looking up how long it takes to make plate armor in the.
Oh, something just occurred to me. No, wait, that's a thought.
How soon do you need it?
Well, I'm not entirely sure how long I'm going to be in Ochak.
Well, you might want to know. This will take maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. And he basically takes this, the tongs, which honestly, they look too heavy for him. They're sort of like the large sort of things, and he just slings them on his shoulder, sort of lazily, relaxedly. I mean, and he kind of, it's almost like he takes the hammer that he had, scratches the back of his head with it. If you're looking for a half plate, I could do it in half the time.
Very clever. Half plate would be perfectly acceptable. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, you're not looking too good.
No, this chainmail's been through. It's been through the ringer.
Yeah, I could make it. Could you suit a half plate in a week?
That would be wonderful. How much would I owe you?
Let me put this stuff up. Charge it. Let's see. Half plate, hey? 750 gold.
750 gold. Okay. Do you want that up front or
Oh, no. Say half now.
half now? Okay, 750 gold. So that's
And stand over there for a second.
okay.
Bernie! And as a young lad comes, yes, grandfather, yes. Measure that boy. Making him armor. Yes, sir. This young lad comes up. He's very short, like halfling child short.
Hello.
And he's like, this is gonna be, He pulls out this measuring tape. He's like, can I get you to sit down?
Yeah, absolutely.
So he through a series of you sitting down and posing weirdly, he kind of gets measurements and sort of walks all the way around you with the measuring tape and gets some measurements. And what about you? Red.
Nope. Don't need armor. Do you have a maul?
I don't really do well. I mean, I could make you something.
Like a really good something?
I mean, it wouldn't be great. I usually do mostly armor, but I mean, maybe. I mean, it's not going to be anything fancy.
Then can you recommend somebody who can?
Oh, do you know the? Oh, no, I have to pull up that map. Sorry, guys.
Oh yeah, I totally know those guys. We passed them on the way here.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, I could recommend somebody. There's that one fella. What was his name? He's a dwarf out of that Stone Reaver clan. He makes some pretty awesome weaponry. What was his name?
Dwarf, you say?
Let me think. Garmor. Garmor was his name, I think. Garmor Stone Reaver.
That doesn't sound familiar at all to me, does it?
Yeah, it's your uncle.
Oh.
Literally, you grew up with the guy.
Yeah.
You remember him being very eccentric. And you remember him being one of those uncles that does magic tricks. And you found it endlessly amusing, and he was always went out of his way to bring you fun things to play with, little trinkets, little this or that or the other thing.
Gonna do a deception check.
Okay.
I have no idea what that is. Deception, there we go. It's a 17.
Well, I rolled a 7, so he has no idea if you know him or not. So, yeah no.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Where did you say that was again?
Oh, Bill, I mean, it's a couple of days, couple of weeks. But, I went there once, and it was amazing work. That was, I could learn something from that fella.
Couple of weeks?
I mean, you could probably get there faster if you rode.
I meant locally.
Well, I mean, they're all weapons, but no, that was quite a set of weaponry.
Do you have any bracers?
I can make you bracers, yeah.
Really good bracers, like, say, if I had to put a number value on them, like
Cough +1 magic bracers.
+1
cough?
magic bracers.
I don't do any enchanting.
If I had to quantify it a little bit.
I can make you a shield. That'll give you some extra armor.
Yeah, no. See, Maul.
I mean, out of character, you can wear up to medium armor and not worry about your raging and stuff.
That's fine.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah, I'm boosting my constitution eventually. It's fine.
You do what you do. You. I'm just saying.
Don't worry about it.
Just saying.
I don't get my rage thing when I'm wearing armor, though. My natural defense.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it might be better though.
But I do if I wear bracers.
Yeah, the things that just boost your armor class. Yeah. Might as well ask him if he has a ring of protection.
Does he?
No, he does not. There's a really fancy belt though.
Is he wearing the belt?
He's wearing a belt.
Oh. Okay.
Is there a place that you know of around here where I can get bracers? Say of the
Magic?
+1 range?
You're looking for magic.
Yeah.
The only place I can think of
Oh boy.
is that
You go down here for 19 weeks, and then you stumble across a...
no, it's local.
Hermit
Stop
in the
being
woods.
Sassy. Yeah. What's his name? He's a fairly recently here. He Grecalis. That Grecalis fella. He owns a place called the Apothecary.
It's a little on the nose, don't you think?
He dabbles in magics.
Next, we're gonna run across some kid named Presto.
Pulling shit out of his hat. Don't make me give you that as a magic item. Because I'll do it.
Here,
I'll do it.
Rosenthal, have a magic hat.
Yeah. All right. He called us the Apothecary. Whatever. Anyways, I'm busy. I've got horseshoes to make.
Which way is that? And I'll leave you alone.
I think. Oh, grandfather. 3 blocks. As soon as you leave the door, turn right, go 3 blocks, turn right again, 5 more blocks, left 2 blocks, and then straight for another 3. It's right there.
Thanks, kid. And I flip him a gold
You're welcome.
coin.
Look, grandfather. Yeah, you're good.
Unless you're
Oh,
gonna get it made here.
No,
Yeah,
I
we could probably
will have to come
probably
back
have it.
in a week.
All right. We'll see you in a week.
Okay.
You guys leave?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where is Izumina going? And with whom?
Isa and the doctor, I think, are heading to a magic component store, a bookstore, the fabric store,
Yeah, I need some clothes.
and the jewelry store.
Oh, okay. Which one first?
Magic component store?
Sure.
Sure.
Give me survival check.
Not necessarily asking this for Sirenscape, but would you say that this is a creepy shopkeeper?
No.
Okay.
That's a
If
12.
they do have a magic shop, though, that would be interesting.
21?
Oh, cool. Between your sense of logic and reasoning and Rosenthal's sense of direction and knowledge of the city, you get there fairly well without too much. I mean, Rosenthal pretty much knows exactly where it is because he hung out there a little bit. And you open the shop, or you open the door. It's a nondescript green sign. It looks like the paint is wet, maybe, sort of a little shiny. You go in. and there are shelves of random boxes that are a little askew, glass containers with random components or things in them. One looks like it's full of eyeballs. One looks like it's full of pickles. One looks like it has maybe seaweed in it. One's really neat. It kind of looks like there's almost like a little like an ocean. It sort of has that blue when you look over an ocean sort of thing, but there's cloudish condensation at the top, and it almost looks like it's raining. And there's a little ding above the door, a little chime, and a man comes out, a little hefty, around the midline, eats well, and he was very familiar to you,
To who?
both of you. Well, bless my socks, he says. If it isn't my saviors, it's the man that you rescued from the dungeon.
Ah.
Oh.
My friend, how have you been?
I have been great. It has been an amazing time. I learned a lot. Got my itinerary here. Business is always booming. How are you?
We are doing
After
very
that
well.
terrible ordeal.
You know, we're doing well. We're actually in town here on some business for the magistrate, and I'll like point to the sashes that we're wearing.
Impressive.
Thank you. Thank you. It's our pleasure to be of service. We didn't realize that you're from here. This is our fortune. And we're here because we need some supplies so that we can continue to do our good work.
And I would love to sell you those supplies. You
Excellent.
You need a tincture to help you relax. You look a little wound up.
She's going to look at the doctor because clearly he is not talking to me that way.
Yeah, my got a twinge in my shoulder.
Oh, no, that's terrible.
Yeah.
But I've got something that'll fix you right up.
Oh.
It's a topical application, only use it once a day. But a couple of weeks, your muscle aches will be gone and you'll feel like a new man.
Can I make an insight check into him?
You absolutely.
What is it?
Oh man, I forgot to tell you guys to pick me up some snake oil while you were out.
It's 8535.
I just knew that you needed it.
I bet that it's Beholder's bit.
Okay, so I rolled a 24.
Okay.
And I want to know if he...
Carry on. You want to know if he...
Does he believe that this will work? Or is he trying to like con me into something?
The best that you can tell, he is sincere.
Well, I'm happy to try it out for you, but
I mean, this is don't mind the smell. It's strong when you first put it on, but you get used to it and it sort of evaporates into the air, and it comes from really far west.
Oh.
A desert tribe. They adapt this process where they take the meat of the cactus and they dry it in the sun and then they grind it into a powder. They create an oil and a tincture out of it, sort of thing, by applying some extra herbs to it. And it's something about the light of the full moon. I'm not entirely sure. I wasn't really paying attention, but it works. I used to have this trick, this thing with my hip, and it's gone after just 4 applications.
Is this
Wow.
cactus called a sand keg?
Well, that sounds amazing. Sure. Nice man.
Oh, and you guys are working for the magistrate and personal friends of mine, so I could let them go for 5 gold each.
Oh, wow. Uh,
I'd be taking a bit of a loss, actually. It's a little heartbreaking, but
Well, we
I
wouldn't
kind
want
of owe
you
you.
to. We wouldn't want you to take a loss. How about if you set them on the counter? We have several things that we need to buy, and if we can, kind of like bundle and
absolutely.
save, that would be great for us.
Certainly.
And Isa's just going to start pulling out the potions that she has gathered. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of them. We don't know what all of these do. So I was also kind of hoping for your expertise in trying to figure out what some of these are. And she's just going to sit there and like organize them while the doctor does the shopping that the doctor needs to do. But also watching his reaction in case there's any that he's like, oh, I know exactly what that is. Yeah.
Okay. Give me your insight check.
25.
Okay. You notice no reaction from his face. Of sudden sort of, ooh, that.
Okay. Doc, what do you need?
Oh, yeah. Actually, I was wondering if you happen to have some form of magical purse that I could hold an exuberant amount of things inside. Maybe in an extra planar space. I wasn't sure how like easy it was to come by those. I read it about it in a book and I thought it would be really cool.
We had one, we threw it away.
We just need to get it repaired.
I mean, let's see now. You want, how big do you want this?
Oh, I don't need it very big.
Would you want it like a coin purse, or?
Yeah. I would use it to just hold some special trinkets of mine.
Do you want
that
it
way
like a sack size, a backpack size, or just like a little like belt pouch?
Yeah, more like a belt pouch that I could like, keep on like the inside of my blazer or something. Just for like safekeeping of important things.
Let me think. I mean, theoretically, if I don't have it, I could probably arrange to have it made.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to wait for one. How long do you expect if you needed to make one? If you don't
At least
have
a
one?
week, probably, for the enchantment. I don't know much about that sort of thing. I'm just a shopkeeper, so
Oh, you'd outsource.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I hear that's what all the people are doing here in capitalism. But Ismina, is a week too long to wait?
Um,
I don't.
I don't. Well, we can always have somebody from your family pick it up and deliver it to us if we're not here
Oh,
in a
that's
week.
true. That's true.
It's the benefit of having family nearby, right? Right.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that's fine.
is it? Do you know? Is it easier to fix one that has already had this? That maybe like the enchantment probably wore off through lots of use, like when you have to change an iPhone battery. Like I'm sure that's what it was.
I mean, you'd want to have a certain level of quality of material for the construction of the initial thing before you enchanted it. So I imagine if you can mend or restore an item of good quality, it would hold the enchantment better.
She pulls out the pouch that was like shredded open like a banana, and just like it limply plops. She's tried her best to kind of stitch it back together.
Did you actually use mending?
I did not. Did I
Just
didn't
checking.
use mending. Would mending wouldn't have re-enchanted it.
No, but it would
Wouldn't re-enchant it, but it would fix the bag.
No, she hand stitches everything. Mending is the little bit of extra love that comes from her heart.
Oh,
Fair
so
enough.
you don't love the bag of holding idea. I see. No, I get it.
You don't look it. It's not like potions where you drink 2 of them to get double the effect. You
Right.
can't double enchant something, that breaks it. I am
But
not
mending
stupid.
isn't
I
an
am
enchantment.
educated.
So when
Yeah.
we put this portable hole in the bag of holding, it's a good thing, is what you're saying, because they're
Yep.
two different
Yep.
enchantments.
Yep,
Exactly.
I'm here for it.
So what we need is to stack at least 3 bags of holding.
Inside each other. Bag
The
of holding
Matryoshka
exception.
doll of holding.
Does that give you 3? Does that give you 3 times as
Exponential
much, or an
dimension.
exponential?
It's like a
yeah,
TARDIS.
to the third
Yes.
power.
Like 2
Yeah.
times 2 times 2,
We just
sort of-
need to enchant a set of Matryoshka dolls. To
Yeah,
be
exactly.
holding.
Good luck.
That
There it
is
is.
an amazing idea for a new item.
Like for a Rakshasa to hide his bodies in,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
am here for it.
Homebrew.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so here we're gonna end, and we're just gonna sit and homebrew stuff for you guys live on screen.
All right. Well, I could probably arrange something.
I mean, the doctor also wants one, but I need to get this repaired.
I'll see what I can do. What kind of enchantment do you want on it?
Same thing. It was originally a bag that held quite a bit more, and it's now a bag.
I'm looking for the price. And I can't seem to find it. I imagine I could probably throw something together for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and how much do you think we would owe you for that? Or are you a pay up front kind of guy?
$2,000 gold
For both of them,
for the bag.
for both bags.
And something for the small one to find something of exceptional quality that is made, and then to enchant it to have that extra dimensional space of holding. Another 500 for that one.
I will bring the materials for the smaller bag for the doctor. I'll take care of that for you. But yeah, if you can handle the enchanting, that would be great.
Sure.
Doctor, do we need anything else? Potions, healing potions, anything like that? And sir, please, if you know what any of these are, that would be fantastic.
No, but I'll take them off your hands.
I'm rather attached to my bar cart pouch. I think that I'll keep them. I was just kind of hoping you could tell me what any of them, especially if any of them are dangerous to me.
Well, let me see. Corks one. And dips a little. Rubs it on his gum.
That's not. I was warned against that.
That one's fine.
Which one was that he grabbed? I've listed them all in the Twitch chat. If you need, all of the ones that I have are listed in Twitch chat.
In the Twitch chat, where are we here? I don't see a list.
There's so many.
They're up there. I'll re-put them into our Zoom chat. Oh God, that did not go well. It's fine.
That's not a mess at all.
Wow, that's a.
Let me see if Discord does it any better. It won't, but we're gonna try anyway. Nope. Was that the red glitter that smells like cinnamon that he tried?
No.
Shit. Was that the white cream with the wisps?
No, that was the invisible one.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. Probably okay. I'm putting a heart next to it. Okay. Skull and crossbones is the other emoticon that I have for those. Okay, that's great. Are
you looking for more potions?
Healing potions if you have them, for sure.
Healing potions. Huh.
And I don't know if they exist, but potions that might, like there's some potions that make fighters stronger. Are there any potions that make those of us who dabble in the arcane magics give us a little bit more oomph? Are there any mana potions?
Let me think. That's not a bad idea. I'm surprised that no one's ever done that.
I cannot be the first. I cannot be the first to think of it.
Well, no, of course not. Of course not. But that's a very interesting. You know what? I'm going to knock off the price of that pouch. You can have the whole lot of both of them for 2,000. You're smart as a whip, and I like your moxie.
Oh, thank you. I'm just gonna slowly start to pack up the potions, and I am gonna pack up the pouch because Isa just looks like a little blush comes across her cheeks. I will, next time that I am in town, I will bring this back and I will absolutely get you to do it. And I will pay, the 500 for the doctor's pouch seems more than reasonable, and I will bring you the materials for that. But I'm just.
Oh, tut. No, 2,000 for the lot, the both of
them. She's just going to kind of give a look to the doctor like, I do not have the money for that, so help me out here. we gotta go. I
I
can't.
mean, I'd pay half, so like I wouldn't make you do the whole 2,000.
That is so generous. I should check with Marcos first before I do this. It was silly of me. And she's gonna like take the pouch back from the
You don't
guy.
want you don't want healing potions.
How much?
How powerful do you need them to be?
Like on a scale of 1 to 48, like the more powerful, the better.
Oh, do I have any?
For around 200 gold.
I could spare you a this one. It's a run of the mill healing potion. It's but this one you can see it's sort of slightly darker in its swirl. This one's more potent and is due to it will heal quite a bit more than this one. This one is a good solid mainstay, but this one's so much better. I would be willing to sell them both to you for 200.
Great. I'll take them both. Fantastic.
Good. You.
If I take them both at the same time, does it combine? Like, do I get double the healing from them?
You'll probably get the effects of both.
Oh, but it's not like an extra bonus.
Both at the same time. That's a very interesting idea.
I do it all the time. It gives me the most delightful results. It has never failed me. The doctor can attest. It is I could hear a lizard once.
He's just like nodding his head. Just like,
what about you, lads? What catches your fancy other than that pouch?
just the pouch, please.
Just the pouch. No, you don't what about this ring? And he pulls a box up from the counter, cracks it open, and there's a ring with a garnet. Looks like it sort of has this sort of gold with a bit of sort of almost like a platinum sort of outer winding of filigree.
What's it do? Is it just a ring?
I was told that it makes one harder to assail in combat. I've never had a combat myself. I've never actually tested it. I don't.
And how much is it?
Oh, came by. This one was quite difficult to come by. It cost me a bit of a pretty penny, but I me casa Ezuka, you have lightened my day with the sheer the appreciation I have for you and this lovely young woman here is of tremendous value to 3,000.
I will heavily consider this. But I already have my own ring.
Oh,
It doesn't do anything like super fancy like you just said, but it looks really cool, and that one might clash with.
Are you flashing your?
Yeah, I'll just like.
Have my own ring.
I think it'll clash, but I appreciate it. Just the bag.
Yeah.
Just
got a nice shop here. It'd be a shame if something happened to it. Give me an insight check.
23.
He does not seem to react.
Okay.
That just means he needs a little
He needs a little
education.
Education.
The
Needs
family
someone
needs
to
to break his
illuminate
eggs.
So with Mage Hand, is that the clamps? Give him the clamps.
Right, give him the clamps, boss. The clamps.
Plants. So
Um,
that'll just be 1,000 for my bag, and then if Izamina comes back.
500 for your bag. 500 for your bag.
500 for the little one.
Oh,
And-
5. Yeah. Okay.
Or 2,000 for the set.
500 for the doctor's bag, and I'll take 200 for the 2 healing potions. That sounds amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
And
I'll
throw
hand
in
over.
2 of the icy hots. And if you have lotion for a scaled, like a calamine, something that'll like an antihistamine,
Like an anti.
but not for skin, for scales.
Scales. I mean, isn't scales just a form of skin?
They get itchy apparently with wool. So if there's like an anti-chafing, like runners take care of themselves, like something like that.
You'd probably want powder then, wouldn't you? If you're
Oh,
worried
is
about
that
chafing.
sure? Is that do you have anything like that? Like, but specifically for scales, I'm not really sure.
I mean, skin is skin. It's just
Is it? Because
some
my
skin
skin
is harder
doesn't
than
mold.
other skin. So yeah, I could probably.
Sure.
This is this, and he just reaches under the counter, pulls up a canister. Looks like a wine bottle. This is an oil from the what was it called? The Nardonus tree, and the people who
Hard oil.
harvested this tree. This oil, it's sap. It's sap. They make it into oil. It's actually a fascinating process. They take it. They dry it out in sheets in the sun, and then they slice it into tiny little strips. They roll it, and it sits in a bee's nest. I kid you not, a bee's nest for a fortnight, and then the essence of the pollen and the nectar of the bees infuses it with a certain gel or oil-like quality, and then they bottle it.
It's Burt's Bees. Speaking of Burt's Bees, if you're looking to sponsor a podcast of any kind, hit me up. I think
I just broke Sarah.
Broke Sarah.
The nard oil sounds so great.
So, homebrew items, everybody.
All right. So back to that.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. The nard
Yeah.
oil sounds so great. We'll take some and 2 of the icy hots, please. And the potions.
Oh, I couldn't. Oh well. I mean, you. Again, I'm so reluctant, but I am heading there soon, so I can probably get some more. You can have this one for 25 gold.
Great. Yeah. No problem here. Take it. So 35 with the two icy hots, also
Yep.
great.
Okay.
With the utmost care, she's gonna pack it into the potion satchel.
Now I have to remember what I said. The Nardonus. Yeah. Okay.
It's the nard oil. Yep, absolutely.
Nardonus tree, but okay. Yeah. Sure. You go with
Um,
you go with your nard oil if you need to.
Okay. At least I am consistent that Isa missays things
Beautiful.
all the time.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Doc, anything else?
Not from here.
Okay. Great. Then we need to go. Thank you, sir. We'll come back in about a week. If not us, then a member of the doctor's family will come back to retrieve the pouch. And I will send the fabrics over later this afternoon to make it out of. And we should go, where do we want to go next, doctor? I need to find a jeweler. I need some diamonds.
Sure. When we get outside, I'll turn to Izanina, like, we grab diamonds, and he'll just like hand you the 3 diamonds we got from the cave that somehow ended up, he has all of the gemstones.
These will very much help me should the worst happen to any of us. Looking at them, like, can I tell how much they're worth? Or Jackie, do we know how much
No.
they're worth?
We just grabbed them because no one else seemed to want them.
Yeah, at the time I didn't have 3rd level spells, so I wouldn't have grabbed them.
How many diamonds were there again? 3?
3.
Give me an. You don't really have appraisal. You don't have a criminal background. Straight intelligence check.
It's not great.
I mean,
don't have.
Dr. Rosenthal has sort of a criminal background.
That he didn't even know he had.
15?
You've seen diamonds in sort of in situ on rings and everything else. You remember the rings being quite expensive. You remember that the focal point for a lot of these items was in fact the diamonds, and these are sizable to the point where you figure they're probably worth at least, if you had to guess, at least 500
Each?
Yep.
A waste to waste them on Revivify. Nobody died. Okay.
But I would like to go to the jewelers if
Sure.
I know that I would like to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go.
You guys wander off. Zanelle, where are you?
Zanelle truly had no intentions on going shopping. She was just going to
Fair.
spend the day with her friends. But I don't know if Belshire would have wanted to go shopping. So I going to like assume to let her have that decision, but Zanelle is going to stay at the inn and drink some tea and enjoy it. And then probably
you check
just, like,
in with Delphia. You sort of knock on the door, and all you hear is sort of like, no, thank you.
Cool.
I'm not feeling well.
Zanelle will
You
definitely
go ahead. I'll be okay. I'm not really feeling up to much.
Zanelle will go get her some tea, place some tea outside her door, and then we'll just spend some time in the inn and then just do like a walk around just to admire the beauty of the city.
Sure.
And then go back to the inn and hang out there and until everybody come back.
Give me a perception check.
15.
15. When you place the tea down by the door sort of thing, you sort of knock on the door and she have a little communication. You place the tea. No, not gonna. Sorry, yeah, you place the tea. It's And she thank you. Have a good time.
Can I do an insight check? Is she like really okay in there? Is she avoiding for a reason? Like, can I just get a vibe
Sure,
check?
give it an
on
insight
her?
check. Let's get a vibe check out of it.
15. So close.
There's probably something going on. She might just
Vi-
be feeling under the weather.
Scrap everything I just said. Zanelle brings herself a glass of tea and she sits right outside of Delphia's door and just waits there. And that's how she spends her time.
Okay. Fair. Malik and Marcos, you arrive at the shop. Actually, no. Give me a survival check.
We think we arrive at the shop.
Well, you had a 3 blocks down, go 2 blocks left, had another 3 down.
Yeah, the directions were very involved.
That kid. Shouldn't have tipped him.
Natural 20.
Nice. There it is.
He knows where he's going. I clearly do not. I got a 5.
You sort of jog it
With
through
a
your
plus
memory
3 bonus.
like that, carton of milk, loaf of bread, and everything, and you sort of running
Stick
it
of
through
butter,
your head
yeah.
while you're walking, sort of thing, and he's like, oh no, we're supposed to go left, and 3 blocks, and you run it through, and you get to the magic shop just as Izamina and Dr. Rosenthal are leaving.
Hey.
What? Hi.
Do they
What
have any?
brings you
Do they have any malls?
in there?
Yeah.
No, they got some like I don't know, lotion thing you like rub on your body. And weird things in bottles. I didn't see them all.
I mean, the sign does say Abrac Apothecary. So.
Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna go inside.
Oh, I was waiting for you to show up. You recognize the fellow that you rescued,
Yeah.
Keldor.
I have a question.
I have an answer for you.
Do you have any malls?
No.
Can you make this one better?
Ooh, that one looks like it's seen some action. I'm not a good appraiser of weapon quality, but I could try, or I could see if someone can. Maybe.
Yeah, that's not anywhere near a solid enough answer for Malik. So he's like, do you have any bracers?
Bracers. Hold on. He kind of ruffles around, sort of thing, moves a couple of boxes, starts almost digs himself a tunnel through a couple of stacks. See, I knew I had something. And he comes out and he kind of places a bit of a sort of almost like a leather trunk in front of you, opens it up, and they're leather. They've got sort of a gilded, almost a brass bracing on either side, on either end. These magic bracers.
How much?
What? Oh, let me think. I just lost my page. Sorry.
Malik doesn't quite get the whole money thing quite yet, so he's like, I will give you 5 gold pieces. And he
Oh, they're
slides
worth
those
a
forward.
bit more than 5.
He slides
Try
5
and
more
haggle.
gold pieces.
Try and haggle.
This is haggling. Shut up.
Keep going. You're
5 more gold pieces.
We're going to be at this a while if you keep doing that, my lad. Yeah, we're looking at 3,000 gold.
He grabs the gold pieces and he puts them back in his pouch. He slides them back into his pouch. One second. He goes back out to Rosenthal. I need your help.
What's that?
I don't know if this guy's... Is he truthful? Because he has magic bracers, but they're a little on the expensive side.
How much?
He said 3,000 gold.
3,000 gold. I actually have no idea. I've never worn bracers.
What do they do? 3,000 gold. What do they do?
No idea.
Did you ask?
No.
Don't look at me for prices.
I'll
Everything I'm wearing
I'll
right
come
now,
in
I
with
was
you.
given.
I'll come in with you. We'll go talk to him. And
my friends.
Hi. He just wanted me to check out the bracers
Yeah.
that you. Do you mind if I just take a look?
Be my guest.
Cast
as-
identifier.
As soon as I pick them up, I'm gonna cast Identify on them.
Okay. Is there a roll for that, or you just get it?
I'm gonna use my free one.
Okay. Do I tell you, or do I put it in the chat?
Yes.
Ooh.
Isa sits down on the step outside with Marcos, and she's hungry, so she's gonna like forage for pocket jerky and apples and stuff.
Marcos will just lean against the wall next to her. Kind of hum a little.
Go ahead, in character. I want to hear it. Let's go.
It just keeps going on like that.
That's a jaunty tune that you're humming there, friend. You must have had a good night.
It was confusing.
Oh,
I had a dream about my mother.
pocket jerky down. I don't want to stop from what Mike and Jacqueline and Steve were doing. I didn't think it would go this direction, but we're gonna circle back to this.
That's right.
Oh wow. These are kind of cool.
Right?
Yeah, I think these are worth it,
I got these from a ranger.
Malik.
They wander in the woods and protect.
From a ranger who knew a fighter who tossed him over a waterfall. That's my Lord of the Rings reference of the day. Sorry.
Nice.
If you don't have the money, I'll
Uh,
lend you some. I think it's worth it.
he like goes into his pouch and he's like, he pulls out like the platinum pieces. He's like, would this count?
I don't actually know. What's the conversion of gold to platinum? Is it
10.
10?
10 to
Yeah.
1.
10 to 1?
So you'd need
You just need 30.
300 bucks.
Yeah, he has
300
like
gold.
70.
So it's 700 gold.
You only have 70 on your person or 70 total?
I only have 70 total.
700 gold.
Oh. Did you spend some?
No.
It's almost like a big chunk of them got shunted into the astral plane.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Doesn't ring a bell.
That's true. That's true. 700. And you don't have any other gold?
I have some gold.
How much? Can we like?
It's like
All I'm saying is you could potentially just catch arrows out of the.
really.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I was gonna head to the jewelers, and appraise the gems that we have. Maybe we can make up the difference there.
Maybe.
Yeah. And then Rosenthal will turn to the shopkeep like, we think these are really awesome. Can we put these on like hold? We're gonna go throw and grab us some cash, and we're gonna come back.
Do you have a layaway plan?
Yeah. Actually, do you have like a monthly payment plan? I'm just kidding. Do you have like, is this a rent-a-center? Can I like?
Yeah, I'll take these now, and then I'll send you 5 gold every month for the next 20 years.
Yeah, can we just do you mind? We'll come back with the money.
I have no intention of selling them.
Oh, well, we could just
Until
take them
someone comes
then.
along and
If
buys
you
Cool.
don't.
Thank you.
What do you think they're up to in there?
And then I'll just be like, okay, we'll be back soon, and head to the jeweler.
Right. Yeah.
Ding ding, out they walk. Isa and Marcos.
You've never spoken of your mom before. What was she like?
I don't really remember much. She left, was called away, vanished when I was 5.
That's very different verbs there. Did she leave? Was she called away, or did she vanish?
In the dream, she said she was called away, but I was 5. I don't remember, and my father never really wanted to speak about her. Uh, Servants just said she kind of just was gone.
But you dreamed about her last night. That must have been nice.
I don't know. Honestly, I do not know. Gave me a lot to think about.
Can I just do a general insight check to see how he's coping with the trauma?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, 16. Not rolling very good tonight.
I mean, I wasn't lying. Uh, Definitely seeming a little disturbed.
I mean, if you ever want to talk about it, I'm here.
I appreciate that. Maybe when I've, had a chance to process it a little more, because some of it just there's some details that didn't make any kind of sense.
I understand. Moms can be complicated, even the memories of them.
You know, I hope you know I mean absolutely no offense at all, but I'm pretty sure you don't know. Uh, Fuck it, and I'm gonna tell her. This is just between you and me, okay? Because I don't know what this means. when I first saw my mom in my dream, she didn't look like I remembered her. She was taller than me. She was wearing armor. She had wings and a halo of flame. And I and then she was my mom, and I don't get it. I'm
Would
and
I know what Vathras looks like?
Give me a religion check.
I'm not even, I'm a cleric. I'm not proficient in religion. Oh, fuck. 20.
Nice. Yes, you do. You've seen them. You've been schooled in religion. You didn't necessarily focus on it to the point where you made it a proficiency, but your education had the gods. These are what the gods, the other people, the people of the world will worship these individuals or these entities, the gods, for these reasons, different aspects, the harvest, the different festivals, times of year, the oceans, the seas, the animals, the nature sort of thing. So the whole plethora of the pantheon. And yes, Vathras is unless Zev can beat me to it.
Vathras is a man, a tall man with a massive bleeding wound, an unhealed wound in his chest, who carries with him a black onyx spear, which is the weapon that killed him.
So what Marcos saw was not Vathras who turned into his mom.
No.
Okay. Well, I'm.
You rolled a 20. Was it a dirty 20, a natural 20?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
I rolled a 19. Like I only have a +1 in
that's fair.
religion.
No, okay. Yeah, no, it was not Vathras.
That must have been concerning.
I don't know about. I mean, that was confusing. What was concerning was, the rest of the dream and some interpretative and theological issues of doctrine and proportionality that I think I'd have to talk to some of my mentors about. But yeah, no, it was a very confusing dream.
Thanks for telling me about it.
Yeah, and this just came out of the dream, so I don't know if this is just me being paranoid, but I don't think Explictica is dead.
What?
I don't think
we killed her.
I don't think we killed her thoroughly enough.
But and then we drowned the cave.
Yeah, and we left one of her believers alive. We never dealt with the druid, the woman from the temple. We never finished her. And I think as long as she's alive, the serpent goddess can come back.
Okay, we should tell the others.
Well, it was just a dream.
Dreams have power. We should tell the others.
Okay, we'll tell the others.
Okay.
But maybe don't necessarily tell them that it came from a dream where my vanished mother. Yeah.
They don't need to know that level of detail. Yeah.
Cool.
No, they don't. No.
And then they walk out. getting close to actual rappy
It,
time. So
it is 9 p.m. for you guys.
So you, Rosenthal and Malik, you walk out the door, and Marcos and Izamina go slightly silent as they see you coming out. And you are now heading to the jewelry shop.
Yes.
Can we? I have a very early morning.
Yep,
Can-
I'm wrapping it.
Okay.
Yep.
Jewelry shop.
And so I imagine all of you head in the same direction.
I'd say so, probably.
Yeah.
Cool. So then all of you, give me a perception check.
No.
Ugh.
I was worried about this.
Oh no.
16.
14.
17.
6.
14. I'm disappointed in you, Izamina. What was that? 14. You went
It's
to roll
only
a 4?
a plus
A 3?
7. I only have a plus 7 to perception.
All right. So a 14, a 13, a 16,
17.
17.
6.
Oh, and a 6. Yeah. So Marcos, you're in your head still. You're just sort of dwelling on, why did my mother have a flaming crown? That was just so weird. The rest of you see a weird sight. It's morning. It's mid-morning now. It's a nice day. It's a little overcast in places, but generally you do have blue sky. And you are facing west as you walk down this street. And you see in the distance what could only be described as maybe a meteor or some kind of something.
Oh no.
And it's far enough away that you know it hit the mountains somewhere. But beyond that, the day goes relatively uneventfully as you continue your walk. It's just a thing.
Seems like you get
So,
one.
yeah, kind of neat. It's a good omen. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
Good things come when stars fall from the sky.
Exactly. I mean,
That you can see midday.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nighttime
just like
somewhere,
in the
right?
Sunday game, nothing could possibly happen if a star falls out of the sky, right? It's just a thing. That's totally a good thing when a star comes out of the sky. It's fine. So we're gonna leave it there for now, and pick it up next week when we continue shopping as the days go on, etc., etc. So I'm really trying to get to a full moon. Just trying to rush everything along, but we're still just jumping down a day at a time. That's fine. So let's do a quick little round tableau to give everybody a little bit of an outro, let everybody know who you are, where you're going, what you're doing, and where we can find you. And we'll take a page from the Vancouver by Night Vampire games. They go in reverse. So we'll start with Jacqueline.
Hi, Jacqueline, she, her. I played Dr. Rosenthal, he, him, human, wizard, warlock, who's apparently in the mafia. And that's been really fun. You can find me on Twitter at @IsStrangerBite7 and on Twitch at @It'sKakelia. And sometime in January, you'll find me on this channel another night of the week, but that will, more details will come as we get past the holidays.
Yep. Steve, you gonna break tradition? Do it now.
Yeah, might as well. I'm Steve, usually the storyteller. This week we don't have any changelings, so there's nothing tomorrow. We don't have the Friday game anymore, but some things might change in the future. We are back for the season finales, plural, of both Adjacent and Delve into Darkness for the Vampire Saturday Takeover on Saturday. Starts at 11 on Martlet Games. Hops a couple channels, and then we go over to Philly by Night. And then we head back into Sunday for Vandalin by Night on Sunday. So, then we're back here on Tuesday.
Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, go to our Patreon, go to our YouTube, subscribe on YouTube. Following us is a free action, etc., etc. I'm tired.
Yeah, we're all getting there. Jazz.
I am Jazz, she, her. I played Zanelle, she, her. You can find me on Twitter at Zumain with 2 E's, and that's about it.
What is important about it? Zev.
Hey everyone, I'm Zev. You can find me here every Tuesday night, except during the break, and on Twitter and YouTube at Fukari Gaming with a new banner from our wonderful Sarah. I will hopefully be here at some point during January. No idea when, no idea what.
Cool. And Sarah.
Hi, everybody. I am Sarah, she, her. I played the cleric tonight. You typed that into the wrong chat box there, Steve-O. And you can find me at SMoreAD on Twitter. You can find me on TikTok, where I've just put a ton of stuff into my draft, so I'll be publishing regularly for the next little bit. I am the DM here on this channel for the Sunday D&D stream. You can find us at 2 p.m. We are called Vandalin by Night, although ironically, we're probably the only thing on the channel that doesn't have vampires in it. It was just an homage. So you should come and check us out where Mike plays my cleric instead of me playing his cleric. And I'll let him tell you about that now.
Not quite yet. And we want just a quick little shout out to Belshare, who was feeling under the weather. We hope she feels better next week because I've got plans for her. You can catch her pretty much on all the social medias as Belshare. Trying to think, is there anything else? Belshare.
Her link tree is in the chat, so
Facebook,
all the stuff
in the chat, sort of thing. It's all this up. It's fine. Cool. So we'll catch us all next week. And I was your humble and self-effacing dungeon master, who has no plans at all to mess with anybody's plot lines at all, and just gonna let everybody just do their thing, not disrupt anybody's playing at all. I
already asked this in the chat for Zoom. If you smell bullshit, is it animal handling or is it like inside?
Yeah, I just want to point out, you say this after already throwing like 10 wrenches into my storyline with the beginning of this episode.
Belle's plotline is completely pristine. So.
No, you threw a spanner into Belle's plotline like 10 episodes ago.
Well, exactly. I mean, just wait. You can catch my pre and post COVID cosplay adventures at Canadian Captain America on Instagram and TikTok, and CDN Captain America on Twitter. And honestly, I'm thinking about a Hawkeye costume. Just throwing that out there. I've got the facial features for it. You can catch me on Sundays at 2 p.m. PST playing in Sarah's Vandalin by Night 5th edition game as a cleric who doesn't really know why he's a cleric or why he has the god that he does. But beggars can't be choosers, strange bedfellows, and all that. You can catch me on usually in the Saturday Vampire Takeover. We've got our season finale this week, and then we'll be coming back in the new year. Saturdays at 3 p.m. PST in the Delve into Darkness crew. You can catch me here, guiding or fabricating the world that these chaos gremlins seem to like tripping through. So
that reminds me, we have a shirt on our Threadless store of Chaos Gremlins, designed by this one over here.
Nice. I might have to get one of those. And yeah, that's it for me. I guessed occasionally on different games and stuff, and I'm looking forward to the stuff that's coming in the new year. So, other than that, I don't think we're taking much of a break, if at all. So you'll probably catch us most of the Tuesdays. We might take the last Tuesday off. Fair warning. Still to be discussed. But until that, you'll catch us next week, and we're going to cause more mischief.
Speaking of causing more mischief, the fine people at Weed and D&D have finished their particular chronicle.
They have.
So I just spent the last 5 minutes looking for somebody to raid, and I think I
Hey.
found somebody.
Woo.
So we're gonna go over to, as soon as I put this in the chat, the Games Tavern. So, I don't even know what the raid call should be this week.
Games Tavern is excellent. They had me on for one
nice.
of their DMs, like one of their DM roundtables back in the summer.
They are on right now.
I may or may not be available for anything like that.
Yeah, they should. Our raid call
Subtle
should
nudge.
be have our DMs back on your show.
Is that a hashtag before that, or,
Hashtag.
are we
Sure.
just yelling
Invite
at
us
the
to your,
Absolutely.
hashtag invite us to your
Hashtag
subtlety.
all Vancouver by night DM and storyteller roundtable.
Yeah. Let's
That
do
would
it.
actually be a pretty excellent show.
That's
That
a
would
huge
be a
Good though.
long hashtag.
All right. So, thank you everyone for joining us once again, and we will see you next week. Go hydrate, go get some sleep. For those of you on the East Coast or still watching us for some bizarre reason, Zev, I don't know, get up and do your morning thing. I don't know. It's
He's
already
young.
past to the
It's
point
fine.
where
Yeah, it's 5 a.m. here.
Zev's already skipped past the whole night thing.
Yeah, no, the night's over.
All right. So, if you're going to be participating in the raid as well, click on the little Games Tavern underneath their video and transfer yourself over. Give them a view, give them a like, do what you got to do, and we will see you next week.
Hey.
Bye.
Night.
And